All right, we moved again. um, Still back in, staying in Huntingburg. So this is going to be about, I had to be 6, 7 years old again. And we're living on 11th and Shelby Street in Huntingburg. Now, when I look on the Google Maps and stuff today, I can't find 11th Street there. So this is a couple blocks over from where we were on 9th Street. I can't find, I don't know if there was much of an 11th that I remember other than our old house being on that street before, but so we're talking, gotta be 6 years old, so 58, 59, 60, somewhere in there. About 19, where we at? 59, 1959. So I'm in the Maple Park elementary school in Huntingburg. Second grade, third grade, somewhere in there. Across the street, the A-Strike family lived in a house across the street, so they would have been on, I guess, 11 or Shelby Street. The front of their house would have been towards Shelby Street. Randy A-Strike was my age. There were some other A-Strikes. They were, at the time, I thought they had a lot of money, but they probably didn't. But they had a lot more than we did because we didn't have anything. But they lived in a pretty nice little house. I guess A-Strikes were like middle income. But he always had a lot of things. I remember him having a baseball card collection. I didn't have it. I had a few baseball cards, but he always had. I used to go. I didn't go to his house a lot, but went over there every now and then, look at his baseball cards and stuff. And Randy A-Strike would go on later on to be a pretty good athlete. As I remember in high school, he was on the basketball team later on. So I do know that he had these big ears, and they were made his ears kind of stick out or up. And I don't know what kind of cosmetic surgery they had at that time, but his family had enough money to take him somewhere to get his ears so they would go in, hug closer to his head. And I remember him having these bandages on for a while, but I don't know what's happened to Randy A-Strike, whether he graduated in maybe 1970, and I think I saw him on Facebook, but anyway. Baseball cards, yeah, I had a few baseball cards. I remember putting baseball cards, this sounds crazy now, but we used to put them on our bikes on the, with a clothespin, and so they make this tuck, 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 tuck sound as they would on your bicycle. Also remember, for some reason, I remember Dad was, I don't remember being a big sports fan other than the high school basketball, but for some reason, he was a Milwaukee Braves fan who would later move to Atlanta and become the Atlanta Braves. But at the time, and the player that he mentioned or liked that I remember was Eddie Matthews, a player on the Milwaukee Braves. So that seemed to be his favorite player on the Braves. I remember an incident in this house. Dad was making homebrew beer, and in the basement of his house. And sometimes, or at least this one time, I remember we started hearing this like pow, 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 and the beer was exploding in the bottles in the basement. So I remember at this house, 11th and Shelby, I remember getting for Christmas, I got the slot car electronic racing set with a couple of cars on it. I thought that was the greatest thing that there could be. I played with that for hours and hours and hours on end. This little slot cars, man, that was a big thing at the time. I was in the Cub Scouts down the street would have been on Shelby Street. There was I can't remember the name of the people, but one of the older kids there were guys. There was a Boy Scout, and they had a pack. A Boy Scout pack, and I became a member of that pack, and I remember doing some Cub Scout things. I don't remember doing it very long, but I was in the Cub Scouts there. This was, that house was old. I don't remember I don't know what the, seems like we had, I'm pretty sure we had indoor plumbing and had an inside bathroom and running water in this house, which was good, obviously. And so, memory still, I remember a few little things, but not too much about this house. I don't remember if it was one story or two. I don't particularly remember living there too long, but it was like on the edge of, it would have been on the east side of Huntingburg. I think that was there wasn't any houses any further out than we were on that side of Huntingburg. So this is the northeast part of Huntingburg at the time. Like I said, I can't find 11th Street on the map now. Okay, with Cub Scouts, and of course, obviously, Dad was drinking because he was making beer at the time. I don't remember any big incidents with his drinking at the time, other than the fact that he did drink. I don't remember where he was working at the time. Usually, during this period of time, he was in the coal mine somewhere, one of the coal mines working. At this house, it would have been, of course, Nancy, Linda, me, Debbie, Michael. And I don't think Kim was there yet. I don't remember Kim being at this house. So, or maybe it's possible, but I don't remember it yet. So, back in the school. Some of my friends were, of course, Mike Johnson, Steve Emmons, Gene Catter, Richard Libring, Dickie as we called him. I remember some of the kids. Of course, I remember Hank Minky. And of course, I mentioned A-Strike. Trying to remember. So not too many other big memories about this place. And again, I don't remember how long we lived there. But I remember Dad. We had a garden there because I remember Dad at one time. Somebody had a tractor and came over. Whoever, there used to be these people who had tractors. They would come over and plow your garden for us. So somebody came over and plowed our garden. So I remember riding on a tractor with Dad out that 11th Moran out of town into the kind of country there, probably on a rock road or something. And I remember riding with Dad on his tractor. Not much more. I remember that. Not much more. If I remember anything else, I'll put it in the next video. But I don't remember any other major things. I remember this is a place you can't. Just some things that come to me that like now you would you could never do. I remember raking leaves at this house and burning the leaves. You can't do that anymore. We did a lot of outdoor activity. We did have a TV. I remember having a Christmas there because I got that slot car racing set for a Christmas there. But I don't remember a Thanksgiving dinner. I don't remember anything like that. There wasn't. We were, pretty much struggling to get by there. Now that I think about it, but and us, our income was a lot lower than most people around there. We were poor because the truth is that Dad drank up the money. I don't remember having. If we had a car then, I don't remember that. I don't remember having a car there. So I don't know how Dad got to work. So maybe we had a car, I just don't remember it. But I don't remember a car yet. Okay. It would be a car later on, but I don't remember that yet. So that's 11th and Shelby. So that's like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was the 5th house that as far as I can remember that I was living in, was on 11th and Shelby Street in Huntingburg, Indiana. And we would, well, we'll talk about the next move. Because I'm starting to get, I'm second grade, third grade, starting to get a little older, starting to get where my memories are starting to get better. But we'll talk about that next time. So, a song coming up. Okay. Waylon Jennings, Ramblin Man. Not the biggest Waylon Jennings fan in the world. This was a song that he wrote and did about 1974, but I like to sing this. I know I did it a bunch of times. It's just something fun to do. So I probably did it a bunch of times way back when. Anyway. Well, I've been down the Mississippi, down to New Orleans. Played in California, ain't too much I haven't seen. Well, I'm a rambling man, don't fool around with a rambling man. At the grill in West Virginia, up there where that green grass grows. Got a girl in Cincinnati, up there where them Bengals playing the cold. Well, I'm a rambling man, don't give your heart to a rambling man. Well, now up in Chicago, I was known as quite a boy. Down in Alabama, they call me the man of joy. Man, don't mess around with a rambling man. You better move on over, you're standing too close to the flame. Once I mess with your mind, your little heart won't be the same. 'Cause I'm a rambling man, don't mess around with a rambling man. Better move on over, you're standing too close to the flame. Once I mess with your mind, your little heart won't be the same. 'Cause I'm a rambling man, don't fall in love with a rambling man. 'Cause I'm a rambling man, don't mess around with a rambling man. Waylon Jennings.